up, Florida peeps? How are you, James?
I'm doing great.
How are you? I'm great. How are you, Chris?
Doing great, thank you.
Awesome. So, right now, you're gonna hate us for the people who live here. We're in Orlando, and we're leaving Orlando right now. And before everyone's like, "Oh, David, you shoulda had a little me here," another time. But the reason we're in Orlando is because what is that?
We went to Real Street Performance.
We did. We finally in person met some very, very good people, and we're not being paid to say that. Real Street is the cleanest shop I think I've ever been in. It's really, really nice.
It's massive.
It's
gorgeous.
It's 2JZ everything.
Yeah. You know what's funny is so many people don't realize it started as a Mustang shop with Jay, and then after that they got their hands in the 2J world, and now they're pretty much experts on it. They break stuff for people on purpose.
Yes.
So that's pretty impressive. So we met Jay, Harmon, Trevor Harmon, and a bunch of other people. And Keith and Javier from that racing channel have always told us to stop by, and we all had a day off, so we did.
That we did.
Chris, what was your impression of Real Street?
They convinced me to spend $15,000 on my GS.
What about you, James?
And right away, they were just completely the nicest guys.
I know.
So knowledgeable.
Oh, I'm sorry, James. I meant to call you Paul Walker. We know.
Don't comment it.
We know. Yeah, but this is going to instigate more now.
Yeah, true.
So, I know what you're probably thinking. Why are we driving this kind of boring looking grandma Lexus?
Hey.
Hey. So,
Look.
Oh, it has retractable headrests.
why'd you just look at it? But, Chris, would you like to tell the audience why is this car special?
It has a 2JZ VVTi twin turbo motor in it.
Same thing I'm doing to my car.
And the same thing James is doing to his S15.
Yeah. 2J, all the things.
VVTi, all the things.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of interesting because we're all kind of doing different setups and different whatever, but this will probably be the closest to what I have when it's first done to the 240SX that I have.
Correct.
Which by now everybody knows on the channel. By now.
Well, now they do.
Speaking of that, if you guys have ever heard of an app called Periscope, it's really awesome and I use it all the time, so here's the information. But the people who use Periscope on my channel, they got to see the 240 almost a month early. So you get sneak peeks if you use Periscope. Peeks with a voice crack. You get sneak peeks. Sneak. How's Jasmine running, James?
Jasmine is running great.
Thank God.
Needing the tune for Florida, but that'll happen soon.
Because it's tuned for Fayetteville, isn't it?
Fayetteville, North Carolina in February. So
A little bit chilly.
32 degrees. Little different than Tampa, Florida in July and August.
That's correct. Speaking of Black Evos, what happened to yours, Chris?
I sold it for some money.
You did. You did. He sold Black Barney.
I put it on my Facebook, and within 3 hours it sold. So, oh god, turbo, boost, go.
Oh, right here?
Yep.
Okay.
And then,
Florida driver now.
yeah.
What were you saying, Chris?
Somebody offered me a good amount of money, and I couldn't say no to it. So I drove down to James's house earlier this week, stayed there for a night, and then went to Miami and sold my Evo, and then I picked my grandma car up on the next day in Miami. I bought it. Yeah.
Because you originally were gonna very quickly buy buy an R32.
I was gonna buy an R32, and then I just don't want to be about that life. So
Would you guys please explain to my audience why in my car I'm not going RB, please? So they have other.
Everyone who wants you to go RB doesn't own an RB.
Yeah,
They have a absolutely stock that was installed and worked on by someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. For simplicity wise and everything else, is easier for you to use a 2J.
Which is highly ironic because it's a different brand.
Correct, but it's a dependable motor. It's a motor you can make 800 horsepower out of, and beat the crap out of it, and it will still run the next day.
And you can find parts for it.
Exactly.
Way easier.
You can go to the parts store and buy a water pump.
Yeah. Yeah, you can literally go to AutoZone and be like, I need this for a 2J, and they have it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you go in, well, an RB26.
And they're going to look at you like you're crazy.
What is that?
What?
Family.
In a quarter mile, merge onto Florida 417
Oh, God.
north.
You're good.
It's always different when I ride in the passenger seat. I think we've had this discussion
Yes, we
before.
have. And you're fine. Another thing about Florida we've noticed is Tampa, this sounds like a no-brainer for people who live here, but Tampa and Orlando are surprisingly close. Like, the trip was how long? Like, hour and a half?
About an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
We're doing it again right now, and not bad at all.
Yeah, to get from Tampa to the other side of Orlando,
Yeah,
where Real Street is.
Real
about an
Street's
hour
on
and a
the
half.
northern
Yeah.
side. For my goal is like for it not to be one of those project cars that just sits there and never gets done. So,
Yeah.
like Chris has given me, Chris, you've been an amazing help on my build. Like, I have to give you a lot of credit, and I really appreciate that. And at the same
No
time, you're
worries.
like, take your time, dude. You know, like, don't sweat it if it's not done instantly.
Exactly.
Well, honestly, that's the best part about the S15 is I got that to be my stress-free, enjoy this build. Stress-free, like that's a thing in a build.
It's not.
But honestly, like, I mean, if I order a part, if I don't get to installing it that day, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong and I hit, like when I tried dropping in the twin turbo, it didn't fit because of the right-hand drive master cylinder.
And that was your deciding factor to go single.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
go single eventually, anyways. But
Yeah.
I wanted to get it on the road first. But once I noticed that, hey, it didn't want to fit, pull the thing out again. And I wasn't bummed. I wasn't upset. So
It happens.
Get new
Yeah.
turbo, get a new exhaust manifold, and put it in again.
Yeah, rocking a Borg and Warner.
Just gave you a reason to make 700 now.
Exactly.
I'm over here. I'm like, I like 300. Yeah, like they're saying that Real Street's cars, as long as you don't go past like 1100, no big deal.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, and if right around 1000, they say they'll run them all day long, which is incredible.
Well, they were telling us, they're like, you don't even have to change the headsets or the gasket in it in the BBTI
Yeah.
one. Just make 8-900 and call it a day. I'm like, okay.
Oh, no big deal.
It's insane. What other engine can do that?
None.
None.
Like it's
None.
incredible.
No,
The
not
Lambos
bad.
can't do it. The GTRs can't do it. Yet the 2J, a motor that is how old now?
I mean, yeah, this motor's probably at least 20 plus years old.
Yeah.
I mean, at least 20 years old, and it still runs perfectly fine. Hasn't been touched.
Yamaha, work with Toyota more. You did the 2J and the LFA motor.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Yep.
What are you doing? And that's going to be plenty. Because you had an S13 before with an SR20, correct?
Correct.
And then we talked about that in the, I called it the Evo Owners vlog. I'll put a link right here. That was
We are in again.
technically, yeah.
Yeah. Technically,
Well, X.
we're in a 2JZ owner.
Now we're in a
vlog.
2JZ.
Technically, yeah, we are.
Because we all have one.
Well, not only that, it's like Chris dumped her.
Yeah.
I dumped you, 4G. We just can't do this anymore.
We had a nice breakup. It was a good amount of money, so it's fine.
I don't think that's how breakup should work.
I mean,
Here, I'm gonna give you all this money. Leave me alone.
let's just say I got half. So we'll just say I got half, and that's usually how it works. So
Yeah, no, but so let's talk about this for a little bit. We talked about it a little bit before, but this is, I kid you not, the most inconspicuous car like ever. Like even the people at Real Street, they eyed it. They go, huh? You know, they go, there's something fishy about that car. Meanwhile, we're cruising down the highway, we find like a Subaru or a car enthusiast, and we do this. And the blow-up valve was just hilarious. It's like some HKS blow-up valve.
Yep.
So it's
People look around like, what?
like,
Yeah.
like who is that? It can't be that gold grandma car riding down the street.
Honestly, guys, there's gonna be some younger folks, especially, be like, "Oh, but it's an automatic. It's
doesn't matter.
not cool. It doesn't matter." You get to a certain point in the car scene to where each transmission is good for a certain
Daily
thing.
drivers.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
automatic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive it every day, so it might make 800, it might make 9, it might make 7, but
Yeah, but also like it's kind of like Javier's 240, the S14.
Yeah.
That thing's automatic, and I couldn't imagine that being manual.
And runs 8.7s.
and it's
Yeah,
not an automatic that's the same trans that's in these cars.
Yeah, I can tell you guys, riding in Javier's is It's a mind-blowing experience.
Insane.
Yeah. Cut to. Wop!
There you go.
Video of his.
Yeah, Florida has been good to us overall when it comes to filming and hanging out with people and meeting cool people in the car scene. The scene's very much alive down here, but even Real Street will admit that, you know, the cars are built for one thing really, and that is go straight.
lines.
What else are you gonna do around here? Because it's pretty much flat. It's pretty much straight. And all right then, so you build your car to do that.
Exactly.
That's why I like seeing lifted trucks and Jeeps down here.
Oh yeah,
Come on.
it's like what are you doing?
What are you doing with
What
it
are you
down
doing?
here?
Daytona Beach you can drive on, which is pretty cool, but it's funny seeing like really low cars go on the beach because the sand is just like getting in the fender wells. It's just, make it stop. It's like, why'd you do that? Oh, lightning.
Uh-oh.
Dude,
Lightning,
this is
ding, ding, ding.
Florida in the summer. There's lightning every day.
Mainly
This is
like
true.
heat lightning, isn't it?
No, yeah,
Oh.
there are lightning storms every single day.
Wouldn't it be cool if like they made like an RCF with the V10 in it or something like that, like
That
a
would be
sleeper
absolutely insane.
That'd be
sleeper
massive.
sedan? That'd be so cool.
The RCF is an awesome car as it is right
Yeah,
now.
Paul has. Oh, wait, Subaru.
Oh, God, where's he going? James is gonna go chase down the Subaru. That dude is hauling ass too. Oh, sorry. He is moving though.
Oh, wait, is he gonna be that guy and get
He's-
off right there?
No, he's just gonna swerve in and out.
Okay,
Yeah,
he's-
Oh,
yeah,
he's
he can leave
that
him alone.
guy.
He wasn't that
Let
guy,
him
he
go.
was that guy.
Let him go.
Yeah, bye, buddy.
I just, for the record, I wasn't trying to race him. I just wanted to do the blow off next to him because that is the funniest reaction
The looks
ever.
are more-
They're so funny. Real Street has this hilariously fast Dodge Colt. I'll put the link right here. So, love to Real Street right here. It is. I can't even talk. It's so funny because it's like 2,400 pounds. It's all-wheel drive. It's a 4G63, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
4G63, more like DSM days.
Yeah.
And it's just laughably fast, and the turbo sticks out the grill. And we pitched out the idea that I might drive that one day. So, not making any promises, but that's the kind of stuff you can like hang out with them and talk about, and they'll just talk about it all day long.
Yep.
They talk about the process, how they built it. We saw Gio's car as well.
Yep.
Gio's Supra is gorgeous.
Well, I mean, they literally took, what, 2 hours out of their day?
2
Yeah.
hours.
And we
Yeah,
showed up, like, just showed up, didn't even tell anybody we were coming.
That's right.
Out of the blue, and they just, like, took 2 hours out of their day and walked us around the shop, showed us cars.
Half the staff. Just
Yeah, like
half
half
the
the
staff.
staff.
Like it wasn't just one guy, and like we walked in, and the entire shop was bare. There's nobody there. Everybody was there for lunch. So we waited a few more minutes, and one of the guys came out and introduced himself, and then I just talked to him a little bit. He instantly knew who I was. That helped a lot.
Yeah,
And
that broke the ice.
yeah, it broke the ice. And then he goes, "Let me get Trevor Harmon." And Trevor Harmon, love to you too, dude. Love to you too. He used to be on the IMV Films videos along with the co-owner of the shop. So that was history I knew back when I was like 16. And he was like, "Yeah, he'll show you around the shop." Which is funny because I just watched Harmon's Supra video on TRC the other day, and he was like, "Dude, come on by." So we just did. Yeah.
Okay.
I was in
Alright.
Florida for a weekend, and we just did it. I know for myself, just the engine of the 2J, I've always wanted one.
Yep.
Like, there's just something about it. I mean, also, it's a great engine, don't get me wrong, but like, there's just something about it in the import world, especially. I'm just like, I
The
just
pure
want one.
fact of how reliable it is, no matter
Yep.
what you throw at it, it makes it so attractive to some of us, like Chris and I, who have had Evos who don't like to behave at times. Having a 2J that can do 1,000 horsepower and you can drive it daily,
Pretty much
and it's
stock motor.
stock engine, like, and it be absolutely fine and not give you any problems. That is very attractive to
Yep.
us.
Well, not just that, the sound, it's just, everything about it is just drama and fun.
Well, we were both on, what, our fourth motor?
Fourth engine.
Yeah, well, I mean, me and James, like, we would both blow up at the same time.
Like, quite literally.
Like, literally.
It was like one of those voodoo bonds. Like,
We both fall asleep crying while
Yep.
texting each other about our Evo blow-ups.
So, yeah, it's just...
Yeah, meanwhile, we're going to get somebody in the comments going, well, my Evo's reliable.
Well, that's fine, but your Evo's not making 900 plus.
Yeah,
And you
that's
don't beat the crap out of it like I did and James has, and David's beat the crap out of both of our cars.
I volunteer as tribute. What was interesting is I drove your car in hot weather and I drove James' car in cold weather.
Yeah.
So that also...
Well, the first video you did of mine, it was cold out because I was wearing.
It was chilly out. That's right.
It
Yeah.
was colder out because we were still in jackets and everything in Port Alliance.
Oh yeah, we were.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I just took my jacket off for the video because it was kind of hot in the
Yep.
car after a while. But because most of the time, guys, during the reviews, I don't have AC on because the wind blows into the microphone. Speaking of AC, this car is Antarctica.
It is. It's like negative 80 degrees in here
It's
because
pretty chilly.
for some reason Supras always have Supra engines and their compressors always have ice cold AC, and it carried over to
To the GS.
the GS, and it's literally on the lowest setting and it's cold.
Is there any advice to younger audience viewers and our age group, like advice you would give for building a car?
Do it for the fun of it. Hey, 240.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't 240. Did
Oh.
you see what that was?
I didn't.
No.
That was like a weird.
I was looking at
Fiero
this Honda.
kind of thing. Oh.
But yeah, what you were saying, James?
Do it for the joy of it. I mean, do it for the passion. Do it for the learning experience. You know, everyone wants a fast car. Everybody wants that. You know, to have that good-looking car that people notice. But I mean, if that's why you're doing it, and that's
Wrong reason.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
it's fun. It's the learning experience, and so when you get to meet someone, like I would have never met Chris if it wasn't for me owning my Evo and building my Evo.
Yep.
And so now that Chris and I, we have this incredible bond because we both
Did the same thing in a way.
built an Evo, broke our Evos, built it again 3 more
Broke it.
times.
Kept doing
Like,
it over.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you break.
Yeah.
It's learning.
I mean, like you said, you make incredible friends out of cars.
It's
like,
nuts.
who would ever know? You know what I'm saying? Like,
we preach this all the time on the channel, and they don't, like, people still don't fathom that. Like,
Yeah.
they need to, like, take a step back and go, how many people in your life are your close friends that you wouldn't have met through this hobby? Like, if
Exactly.
you're watching this channel and you're a car person.
Exactly.
So, then I go back to it. All of my best friends are car people. All of them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and it's not like I'm biased. It's just, it's easy to be around somebody who loves the same thing. It's statistically proven people go to each other if they have the same interest. It's the
Exactly.
way it is.
Your weekends are filled with cars.
Yep.
They're car people. Hell, even if everyone's driving their daily driver, Evo!
Yeah, so yeah.
Even if everyone's driving their daily drivers. Like, I mean, we're gonna have a barbecue and everyone brings over their daily drivers. It's not about
It doesn't
the cars,
matter, it's a
about
person.
the people.
yeah, it's the people.
And I mean, there's no better friends than car friends.
I think
It's
that's a
true.
good note to end on. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Cool. So we're gonna bask and look at the double tree by Hilton. All right, guys. Thank you for being on the vlog. It was a good
Of course.
time. Hope you guys
Always.
enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.